You're looking live at Iowa Speedway in Newton, Iowa for race number 8 of the NAOR Cup Series. As practice just wrapping up, qualifying now underway here in 7/8 mile in central Iowa. As 5 minutes, 1 lap here for these drivers to try to go as quick as they can here tonight. Right now, gonna look at Giovanni Klein right now off of pit lane. He's one of the first drivers to go out on the racetrack and set a lap time here tonight. As here comes Klein saying his first and only time lap at the stripe he goes. And coming to the line this time by, it's going to be a 22.666 there for Giovanni Klein 5 machine. And Nick Capiak goes top of the board. For now, is it the most of Moreno saying his lap time? Sam Wade goes to 4th. There's more drivers saying their lap times. Nathan Lamon's lap time does not count there. Actually, excuse me, he goes up to 5th. Just took a little bit. Here comes Fonseca Moreno. He's going to go 22.4, and he'll put it on top of the board. That 88 machine. John Osborne, cross line at 28.991. Puts him in 8th place. Jonathan Barker off of pit lane right now as well. Still 3 minutes left in qualifying. As here comes Parker through turn 1 and 2. This is the new Iowa that they ran last year in real life in NASCAR series. With the new pavement kind of there on the inside in 3 and 4 and 1 and 2. As off of turn 4, Jonathan Parker goes. Will he be able to beat his teammate? And no, he won't. Not quite. I think he puts himself in the 3rd place. And yes, he will. He'll be behind Nick Capiak. So Jonathan Parker puts himself in the 3rd. There's a bunch of drivers on the racetrack right now as well. Donnie Kite on the racetrack. Josh Arnold. Zachary Meredith for the McCorkle as Josh Arnold goes up to 7th place there. As right now we're looking at Donnie Kite. As 3, 3, and 4 he goes. As Hunter Sr. goes up to 5th. As Donnie Kite will put himself in to that 7th place spot with 2 minutes left in qualifying. Zachary Meredith coming through this time, lap 22.578. That puts him around 6th place, actually 5th place, excuse me, as he moves himself in the top 5 spot. Cody McCorkle. Can he go quicker and move himself into the top 5 maybe? As he's saying his first time lap this time by. As shifting through the gears in 1 and 2, now down the back straightaway they go. As off of turn 4 goes McCorkle. And it's going to be a 22.759. That puts him around 11th place, 12th place actually. As only 4 drivers have not set a lap time. Mark Kissenweathers, Chris Wright, and Maggio. The reason Maggio just only has his last name there, Stephen Maggio. As off of turn 4 he goes. What will his lap time be? Under a minute left in qualifying. It's going to be a 22.832. That puts him in 15th place. As actually his lap time won't count. It's Chris Wright backwards on the racetrack, putting on a show for the fans. With 40 seconds left. Right now, it looks like with 30 seconds left, Ethan Moreno, our race 1 winner at Auto Club, is looking to be on pole position here for tonight's race here at Iowa. As officially the time winding down. As no one else on the racetrack right now. As officially the clock has hit 0 and Ethan Fonsemarino will win the pole here at Iowa. DI9 Designs pole award winner there for Ethan Fonsemarino. As right now currently grading up here tonight. So a little quick preview, 148 laps in total. The stages will be on lap 37 and 74. But there are no stage cautionings like there has been this whole season. And we did miss 2 weeks ago at Le Mans. It was Jonathan Barker who took the victory there at a very technical road course there at Le Mans. Kyle Top took second. Mark Kisswiller round out the top 3 there. It's currently still green up here, so we'll take a quick look at our starting lineup here for tonight's race. And Ethan Fonsemarino will be on pole position. Alongside him is Nick Kapiak in second. In third will be Jonathan Barker, Josh Adams fourth. Second Mayor fifth, Hunter Seniors in sixth. Cole Center 7th, Donnie Kite in 8th. Giovanni Klein 9th, Josh Arnold in 10th. Hunter Peach 11th, Cody McCorkle 12th. Kyle Todd 13th, Sam Wade in 14th. Nathan Leamont in 15th, John Osborne in 16th. Maggio in 17th, Mark Kisswiller in 18th. Chris Wright 19th, Mike Campbell in 20th. Around our 20 car field here for tonight's race. As that was starting lineup here tonight. As the cars now roll off here. Gonna do 2 pace laps here for tonight's race, short track at Iowa. So like I mentioned, 148 laps in total. Gonna go into the nighttime as well. Currently, let's take a quick look at our weather here for tonight's race. 8:30 p.m. in sim time on July 11th, so definitely go into nighttime here in Newton, Iowa. And track temp 76 degrees, air temp 73. So pretty nice summer nights here in this state of Iowa. It's 20 cars strong, 10 rows deep. As we're going green next time by. So, like I mentioned before, stage caution, or stage, not stage caution, excuse me. Stages on lap 37 and 74, no cautions for those. So we will stay green for those ones once we hit lap 37 and 74, but the end of those laps. So we'll see how that plays out. For the pace truck, about to go in the pit lane. About 20 cars going to roll down into turn 1 and 2 of the new Iowa here in the iRacing June build. As off of turn 4 they go. Pace truck going to take the hard left turn in the pit lane. Ethan Fonsemarino going to lead us to the stripe. And green flag in the air. We're away here at Iowa. As through turn 1 and 2 they go. Jonathan Parker, Ethan Fonsemarino clears Nick Kapiak. Kapiak falls down to third. As about behind him, Josh Adams and Cole Snyder side by side. As lap 1 is complete. And Ethan Fonsemarino will lead that lap here from pole position as well. And still side by side battle here. Cole Snyder in front of these two drivers side by side. Tiger Meredith and Josh Adams. Adams clears Meredith. As behind them, Giovanni Klein Hunter Sr. as well. Klein clears Sr. off of turn 4. And most field single filing out. Further on back a little bit side by side action here for around 15th place As fast lap time set by Ethan von Sommerrenner, our pole sitter, and currently our race leader as well. As Josh Adams has a good run on Cole Sanders, we look to the inside of that 24 machine. Not quite there enough though, as Snyder stays ahead for now. As with the new racetrack here, the inside line, definitely the preferred line here at Iowa. You can maybe use the outside for some passing lanes, but I think it's going to take a little bit for this track to wear in and the rubber to build up on the inside and the outside as well. So it'll be interesting to see how long it takes for the outside lane to become usable, but everyone pretty much around the inside lane for now. Got some side-by-side here. Josh Arnold, Cody McCorkle is for 11th place. McCorkle on the inside, Josh Arnold on the outside. As McCorkle will clear, but Arnold looks to the inside, a little crossover move here through 1 and 2, maybe not quite. McCorkle closes the door there, and he stays in his 11th place spot that he just got. Go further back up front as these cars are really bunching up together. This 5-car pack here nose to tail here at Iowa. As leading that pack is Ethan von Sommerrenner, but the inside line goes Josh Adams to the inside of Cole Snyder. Not enough room there. Here comes Cole Snyder out to the inside. Nick Kapiak. Snyder maybe do a slide job there on that 6 machine as they're side by side off of turn 4. As Kapiak almost brushes the outside wall there, but still side by side. Can Snyder clear through 1 and 2? Kapiak trying to defend high on the top side as here comes Jonathan Parker to the inside of Ethan von Sommerrenner for the race lead as Nick Kapiak clears down the back straightaway. He goes as 3 abreast there through 3 and 4. As almost some contact there from Josh Adams and Cole Snyder, and it's going to allow Giovanni Klein to maybe catch up and make this a 6-car pack in a moment here on lap number 9. As there goes Parker to the inside of Moreno. Side by side for the race lead. Parker gets a little bit too tight there off of turn 4. Moreno stays ahead for now. As now he has a little bit of cushion now through 1 and 2. As they're still side by side for that 4th place spot. Cole Snyder and Josh Adams. Those two duking out here as they're single file back out. As this 5-car pack is still kind of has a bigger gap. It's still side by side for 4th place. As up the racetrack they go, maybe a little bit of contact there. Adams was leading on Snyder just a little bit there through 3 and 4. But still side by side for that 4th place spot. As I was mentioning, this 5-car pack still has a pretty big buffer to the rest of the field. You got Giovanni Klein kind of in no man's land in the middle there, not really with anyone. Just kind of trying to catch up to this 5-car pack up ahead. But he's just kind of a few car lengths back from Josh Adams. But side by side of the race lead once more. Ethan von Sommerrenner hanging on the outside line, trying to defend that race lead from his teammate Jonathan Parker, and he does so brilliantly there. As the outside line seems to be probably the best defending line right now. No one's really able to pass on the inside quite yet. Early on to the run, tires could play a factor as well. We'll see how much a tire fall off is. But so far, the tire fall off has been pretty significant as the inside goes. Nick Kapiak not able to do much there on Jonathan Parker. The tire wear has been pretty significant, like I mentioned. Fall off already around 7/10 of a second, 13 laps into this race. So already a pretty big fall off overall for this whole field. As side by side once again for that 4th place spot, Cole Snyder and Josh Adams. As they're still side by side for 4th place. As they're kind of just stuck there. Seems like the driver on the outside just has all the advantage right now. As Josh Adams has tried again to get to the inside of Cole Snyder. Looks like he might be able to do it, and yes he will. He clears off of turn 4, and up front Jonathan Parker to the inside once more of Ethan von Sommerrenner. Can he clear on the bottom lane? Just like we saw Josh Adams do a moment ago. Moreno up top, Parker on the bottom. Side by side down the back straightaway they go. His 5-car pack now turning to a 7-car pack as Hunter Sr. has joined the party as well, and that tail ends in that 7th place spot. As still nose to tail for the race lead. Side by side, the stripe. Moreno leads that lap, but Parker has built his momentum up, and he might be taking this race lead in a moment. Through 1 and 2 they go. Still side by side down the back straightaway. Moreno has the advantage, and he'll clear Parker into turn 3. The outside line just so dominant so far as Nick Kapiak up top now. He's going to try to make a run for second, but here comes Josh Adams on the inside. We saw him make a move on the inside of Cole Center a few laps ago. Can he do on Kapiak to move himself in the top 3 spot? As they're side by side for the place, Nick Kapiak, Josh Adams. 6 machine, the 12 machine, side by side. Adams through 3 and 4. Can he do it once more? Yes, he will. He moves up to 3rd place, and that's 2 spots there for Josh Adams. Up that 3rd place spot, started in 4th place, fell back to 5th, but he's worked his way back into the top 3 for the first time tonight. As Jonathan Parker all the way back bumper of Ethan front second Moreno. As here comes Parker on the outside. Might has a good run down the front straightaway. Just not enough for Ethan front second Moreno. Parker all over the back bumper of that 88 machine. Just not able to find the way past quite yet. He's kind of using that middle lane now, trying to get a good run off the exit of these corners. And he has a good run here. We'll look to the inside. Has a momentum. No, he's not going to peek his nose there quite yet for that race lead. He knows that inside line just is not very good, but one driver we've seen use the inside lane very good is Josh Adams. He's picked off 2 drivers using that inside line. Can he make it 4 or 3, excuse me? Maybe even 4 here, as here comes Parker to the outside. He's to the outside, Moreno. Can he maybe take the race lead for the first time tonight? As they're side by side through 1 and 2. Moreno sends it on the bottom lane, but Parker is up top. He finally has a momentum on the outside line. Parker on the outside has a momentum down the back straightaway. As a half a car length ahead, entering turn 3. Can he clear for the race lead? Here tonight, coming to lap 23. Side by side still. Parker clears almost. Not quite enough though through 1. I think he'll get him down the back straightaway though. Actually, will get him off of turn 2. Parker out in front for the first time tonight. He clears Ethan front second Moreno for the race lead. Now can Josh Adams maybe get around that 88 machine as well? He's to the inside now. Gonna try to take advantage of Ethan front second Moreno. As side by side down the front straightaway. As this has got to allow Jonathan Parker to maybe pull away just a little bit of a gap. As Adams saved his tire as well, it seemed like at the start. They're still side by side for a second. Moreno not giving up too easily. Still side by side for the 2nd place spot. Almost some contact there. Ooh, Moreno on the outside wall. Doesn't slow him down too much. Adams got really tight out for turn 4. But Ethan Moreno stays in 2nd for now. As back around 6th place, Cole Snyder, Hunter Sr. Hunter Sr. looking to the inside of that 6th place spot of Cole Snyder. As here comes Zachary Merritt as well. Hunter Peach in the mix in his 4-car battle. Oh, some contact there. Senior saves it. Cole Snyder around as he's spinning through the infield there. Will that bring out the caution? As he stopped backwards. No cautions out though. As that might bring out the yellow right there. No, it won't actually. As Cole Snyder still not having the yellow flag thrown for him. As we'll take a look at that one. Looks like some contact between them. Those 2 exiting turn 4. And they just couldn't, neither of them could quite save it. As some slight contact there. Hunter Sr. getting loose on those older tires probably. Cole Snyder as well. And around he goes through the grass. No caution is still out though. As Cole Snyder drops down to 19th place. As but back up to 2nd place. Josh Adams, Ethan Von Moreno side by side once more. Some more contact. Oh! Around goes Adams on the front straightaway. He's going to lock it down though, and that's going to bring out the yellow for the first time not here on lap 28. As the some of the front runners make some contact there. Pretty much the same thing we saw from Hunter Sr. and Cole Snyder. Deja vu all over again. there for Josh Adams and Ethan Moreno. We just saw that a lap or two ago, as that's going to bring out the first yellow of the night. Saw that one live there. And yeah, Adams just right on the left rear quarter panel, and Ethan Moreno hit the outside wall, and that just have in effect Adams into the grass, and the caution flag flies there for the first time tonight on lap 28. As I'm guessing the drivers probably going to come down pit lane here, maybe some drivers gimbal and try to get those stage points. But that would be an interesting strategy call there. It's pretty much everyone coming down pit lane except a few drivers, being Chris Wright staying out. And I believe that's the only driver that did stay out there. Yeah, come off a pit lane. He will be the first driver out of the boxes there. We'll see a two-tire stop possibly. It looks like a few drivers taking 2 tires only. As we'll see who took 2 only. It was the Maggio, Klein, Meredith, McCorkle, and Lehman taking 2 tires only. As Chris Wright also stayed out as well. I mentioned that before. As I think we're going green next time by. Coming to 1 to green this time by though. As what an eventful race so far. Took a little bit for the get a little racy. I think the tires have to start wearing out, but once those tires started to wear out, we kind of saw some comers and goers. Saw Josh Adams make his way through the field, obviously kind of causing that first wreck, I would say, but I guess technically second wreck, the first caution at least. But once those tires started to wear out, definitely some good racing throughout the field. As side by side here going green this time by, so the stage is on in the lap 37. We have 5 laps to go once we go back green. As here we go off for turn 4. Pace truck going to take the hard left turn in the pit lane. We're about to go back green here, coming to lap 33. 5 laps to go on the stage. Green flag is out. Chris Wright leads us to the stripe there. As with a great restart for that 82 machine, the 28 machine, excuse me, out in front. As Giovanni Klein and Maggio side by side for second. As big gaggle of cars there, 3 abreast there for around 5th place as Jonathan Barker's the inside, Cody McCorkle in the middle, and up top, I believe that is Nathan Lehman. Yes, it is, and a 14 machine as they're fighting for as many positions as they can. 3 wide once more. Nick Kapiak on the bottom. In the middle there is Ethan Fonseca, almost 4 abreast there at Iowa. As way up the racetrack goes, Cody McCorkle. He falls all the way back outside the top 10, 14th for that 82 machine. But back out in front, Giovanni Klein takes the race lead over Chris Wright. as chaos ensues behind them, as old tires, new tires, two tires, all fighting against each other right now. I lose some contact there. That was Hunter Sr. and Jonathan Parker making some light contact through 1 and 2, as it's chaos in the mid-pack right now, as Jonathan Parker getting eaten up, and Josh Arnold as, ooh, on the outside, that's Donnie Kite and Maggie are right there. Donnie Kite has slowed down just a little bit, as still side by side throughout the whole field pretty much. As still out in front though is Giovanni Klein, and he's pulling away a little bit from Zachary Merritt and Nathan Lamont in third. So great pit stop strategy for those top three. All three of those drivers took 2 tires only, and it's looking like it's paying off right now. And it's looked like they're going to get some good stage points here tonight for the first stage at Iowa. As we're coming to the white flag. Actually, we're on the white flag this time, excuse me. Here on lap 37 for the stage, Nick Kapiak, the driver who has the four fresh tires out in front of everyone else pretty much. Everyone else in front of him has 2 tires, as Yuka Moreno on the outside for the stage at the line. That's too close to call. I think Moreno may have got that 4th place spot over Hapiak. That is the stage there, and Giovanni Klein will win stage 1. As still side by side for 4th place, as they're now catching up to those drivers up front who has 2 tires, as Moreno gets around Nick Kapiak, as Kapiak now slots himself in the 5th place, but he is the second car on 4 fresh tires. As what a chaotic restart there. All those drivers on different tire strategies made that restart absolutely chaos there. Pandemonium, as Hunter Sr. falls down to 7th place, as Josh Adams moves himself up to 6th, as Hapiak go way up the racetrack there outside the black repave there, and he might lose a spot due to that mistake there through 1 and 2, as Adams actually slots himself behind Nick Kapiak for now. But back out front, Giovanni Klein still leads over Zachary Merritt in 2nd, Nathan Lamont in 3rd. Giovanni Klein starting in 9th place, Meredith starting in 5th, and Nathan Lamont starting in 15th. He's up 12 positions after that great strategy call from him, getting those stage points as well. As Ethan Von Moreno currently in 4th. He was a pole sitter here for tonight's race. As the next stage, stage number 2 ends on lap 74. So that's around 33 laps from now. So still quite a bit for the next stage. So we could see some comers and goers once this thing settles in. It looks like most of these drivers are pretty settled in. Most of single file throughout the most of the field. Josh Adams all with back bumper up. Ethan Ponce Moreno. We saw these two drivers make contact as in the first caution on lap 28. We'll see that again as Adams seems like a very good long run speed as he looks on the inside now. Moreno once more. This time he might be a little bit careful on the exit of turn 4 like last time. As side by side for 4th. Moreno with a good run off of turn 4. He's able to clear, not quite entering turn 1 and turn 2, as they're still alongside each other for his 4th place spot. As right now, those two tires out in front, the top 3, looking really strong here. So it's definitely a strategy call that some of these drivers might take and implement later in this race. As here comes Nick Kapiak. He may look for that top 5 spot on Josh Adams. Adams is staying 5th for now. Hapiak not looking for the move quite yet. And Meredith now struggling a little bit, seems like, on these older tires, as Klein pulling away was about 2/10 quicker than that 17 machine last time by. Tapiak still on the outside now, trying to search for that grip, clean air maybe as well. Trying to get in that 12 machine as Adams is now really trying to get around Moreno. As Moreno hits the outside wall for turn 4. Adams sees his opportunity, but he not quite enough momentum now at the front straightaway. As Nick Capiak as well, trying to do something there for that 5th place spot. As Parker behind on the inside of Senior, as side by side for 7th place. Parker will clear that 8 machine, or that 1 machine, excuse me, of Hunter Senior. He moves himself back in up into 7th place. As side by side for 2nd, Nathan Lamon, Zachary Meredith. Lamon on the outside, gonna clear easily around the outside place, and he moves himself up 1 more spot. He's at 13 spots now on the night, and easily the most positions gained for him. Second is Giovanni Klein, who's currently our race leader. Mark Kisswiller up 6 as well. And Nathan Lamon, great strategy call for him. Same with Giovanni Klein. He's now has about a 2nd lead over the rest of the field. He's looking really good here, even though those that two tire call. 20 laps to go. As also the nighttime coming down here, the lights are on here at Iowa Speedway. Track temp cooling down as well, so that could help some of those drivers that took 2 tires. Just help not wear those tires out as much. But Meredith now kind of slowing down a little bit. I think he wore out his tires quite a bit, as right now he's in front of Ethan Montserrat-Moreno and Josh Adams and Nick Capiak. And don't look out, but Jonathan Parker is joining that picture as well. He's looking for that top 5 once more here on lap 52. As we're 23 laps away from stage 2 ending. But to the inside goes Moreno on Meredith. Not able to do much there through 1 and 2. Josh Adams out to the outside, has the momentum off of turn 4. Will he take a peek to the inside? Not quite. Now he will. Yes, he will. To the inside he goes. Up the racetrack they both go. Moves Moreno up the racetrack just a little bit. But Moreno still gets a good run down the back straightaway as Adams slots back in line behind him. As the tire wear has been pretty significant, about a 1 second fall off since the start of the run. About 20 laps or so ago. And so far this season, we've had 5 different winners. Jonathan Parker, the defending champion, just got his first win 2 weeks ago at Le Mans. So it took him 7 races to get his first win. But currently he does lead the points right now over Mark Kissenweather, who's in 2nd, and Kyle Taub, who's in 3rd. As way up the racetrack goes Nick Capiak. As that's gonna allow Jonathan Parker to his inside now. Right, 6th place spot. As side by side through 1 and 2 they go. Ooh, almost some contact there off of turn 2. Capiak stays a half a car length ahead for now. He's really looking on the outside line, but I think he just went way too wide in turn 1 and 2 last time by. As when the outside wall he goes, that's a risky run from running the outside line. Jonathan Parker might be able to clear here off of turn number 2, and yes, he will. Capiak might use the crossover move, and not quite. As Parker moves himself now up to his 6th place spot. As here comes Josh Adams on Moreno once more. Adams running the outside line like his teammate Nick Capiak has been. Adams has to run through 1, but he's not gonna take a peek to the inside quite yet. As man, Giovanni Klein, he is pulling away from the whole field. He's actually running the fastest lap times of the whole field as well. Last time by, the only driver that was faster than him was Zachary Meredith, and he was only half a 10th faster than him as well. But man, Giovanni Klein, those 2 tires looking really, really strong. Here's a contact. Adams gives Moreno the bumper there through 1. Moreno all sorts of sideways, but he saves it. But that's going to allow Parker to close the gap as well. And Parker now within striking distance for that top 5 spot. As the inside he goes, really up in that inside run, that white line pretty much through 3 and 4. Down the front straightaway they go. And Moreno, luckily, he did not get spun up there from Adams a lap ago. But here comes parking out to the inside, Josh Adams. Adams not letting him out of it easily. As Moreno looked very loose there off of turn 4. As lap traffic on as well, Cody McCorkle, one of the drivers I believe who took no tires, he took fuel only that time by last caution. He's trying to get out of the way of the leaders. Peach now side by side with Hunter Senior. Peach gets around that one machine. He's up to 8th place now. As stage coming to a close here pretty shortly, around 11 laps to go. Now 10 laps to go in the stage. As side by side Parker and Adams. Parker looking for that top 5 spot. Adams not gonna give it up too easily. Down the back straightaway they go, still side by side through 3. Can Adams hold on to the front straightaway off of turn 4? He's gonna have the momentum. And yes, he'll clear Parker down the front straightaway. Parker once more looking to the inside of Adams there. I think he might be able to do it. Adams almost on the outside wall for turn 4. How deep will Parker be on the brakes in turn 1? And he'll clear Adams through 1. He moves himself up to that 5th place spot. Jonathan Parker one more spot up. As Cody McCorkle, I believe, just pitted there. And also Chris Wright just came down pit lane as well. He was one of the drivers that stayed out. He was the only driver to stay out, actually, on that last caution. Cody McCorkle did top off on fuel, but took no tires. But right now, John Avani Klein in a zip code of his own, out in front, 2 seconds ahead of Nathan Lamon. And he's looking really good to win both stages right now, as long as we stay green the rest of the way. As there goes one driver down pit lane. That's Maggio down pit lane, that 51 machine. As here comes Nick Cappy. I gotta think Josh Adams may burnt up his stuff just a little bit too much. As Adams falling back quite a bit now as Hunter Peach got around him, as Adams slowing down quickly, actually. Not sure if he's having an issue or something, but Hunter Senior now all over the back bumper of him. As Hunter Peach gets around Nick Happyack there for 6 as well. As Adams lets Hunter Senior by there for that 8th place spot. As down pit lane goes Josh Adams here, right before the stage in about 2 laps. As Giovanni Klein at this moment will sweep both the stages. It's coming off turn 4. It's 2 laps to go in stage number 2. And Klein, what a strategy call he had. Taking those 2 tires on the first caution. And it's paid off big time for him as he has a big time lead over Nathan Lehman. And Lehman has a pretty good lead over Zachary Meredith as Ethan Von Moreno and Jonathan Barker not able to get around that 17 machine. He also took right side tires only on his last pit stop. As white flag in the air for stage number 2. A side-by-side for 3rd place there. But off of turn 4, Giovanni Klein will win the stage. But who will get 3rd? It's going to be a drag race to the line. It's going to be Zachary Meredith hangs on to 3rd place. But Giovanni Klein sweeps both of the stages here tonight at Iowa. With that great strategy call, 45 laps to go on that lap 28 caution. As Ethan Moreno finally gets around Zachary Meredith. For that 3rd place spot, Jonathan Barker will as well. He moves himself up to 4th place as here comes Zachary Meredith down pit lane as he's spinning on the pit road entry, sliding big time. He gets it back underneath the pit wall, but luckily for him, no damage on that 17 machine, no caution as well. As wow, that was absolutely hectic there on the pit lane. A four tire slide pretty much there for that 17 machine, as completely sideways locked it down, and down pit lane he goes. I don't believe he got a black flag. It doesn't look like he did. Doesn't not tell me at all if he got a black flag, and looks like he did not. So lucky break for that 17 machine. No black flag for him. As here comes Chris Wright, trying to get his lap back the hard way there. He's going to the inside of Jonathan Parker. He paid a few laps to go. Zoo corner the wall there. That's Ethan Moreno. He's been in the outside wall a few times off before. A lot of these drivers have as well. Constantly. Sometimes it slows them down, sometimes it doesn't. It's kind of random, to be honest, just how hard you hit the outside wall, really. That time by, it really slowed down Moreno. It's a lot harder to close back down the gap, but drivers should be pitting pretty soon. It should be a one-stop here on out. As we have 70 laps to go. It's going to be close. It's Happy Act down pit lane. It might be a 2-stop race, actually. So I think they have to pit maybe one more time after this one. If you window around lap 50 or so. So I think they can go to around laps with 65 to go probably, or give or take. I'm not sure exactly how long they go, but they've been on this tank of fuel for 50 laps. They've been 50 laps green. So side by side there for 2nd place, 3rd and 4th, all under a blinker right now. It's Nathan Leomon, Ethan Moreno, and Jonathan Parker. As the inside goes Moreno, he's going to clear Leomon for that 2nd place spot. And Parker is going to follow him through. He's going to look to the inside of Leomon. Side by side down the back straightaway for 3rd. Parker and Leomon. Leomon way up the racetrack. And those older tires are really starting to handle, as here comes Giovanni Klein down pit lane. As like I mentioned, the old tires I think are really starting to come into play right now. At least those right sides only. As Kissel went on pit lane as well. And now Moreno back out in front in the race lead. As when will these drivers come down pit lane? The drivers, the drivers who took 2 tires in a little bit early here, so 65 laps to go, 64 laps to go now, but they pitted a little earlier than those drivers on the 4 fresh tires, so kind of tells me that the tires are starting to wear out just a little bit. Lap traffic trying to get the laps back as well. Same way, looking like he's coming down pit lane in that 27 machine. As the inside goes Maggio there for that lap back for that 51 the hard way. He'll clear Ethan von Moreno as well. As now side by side for the race lead. Here comes Parker on the inside. Moreno. These two duking out. And looks like they can make it on one stop maybe, as they've been on this this fuel for 58 laps, and we're coming to 60 laps to go. And it looks like they're going to be able to make it on one stop. As Moreno loses off of turn 4. Parker clears. And he's going to pull away big time now on the 88 machine. As Moreno big sideways there. And here comes Adams on those fresh tires as well. So it looks like the fuel window a little bit longer than I thought. So it looks like it will be a one-stop strategy from here on out. A lot of these drivers still have yet to pit, so this is going to be a one-stop race from here on out. Like I mentioned, as Parker has a pretty big lead over Moreno. As this strategy is, it's going to be very interesting to see how this all plays out at the end here. So here comes Nathan Lamon down pit lane. Mike Campbell coming down pit lane as well. So right now it's really anyone's race at the moment. I mean, because I mean right now the strategy is very, actually I think Nathan Lamon, he's coming out pit lane right now, but strategy is very all over the place right now. As Giovanni Klein has pitted, as Kyle Taub actually Josh Adams, excuse me, would take out to the race lead at this moment, as he is way ahead of Giovanni Klein. Giovanni Klein side by side for that 9th place spot. As if this thing stays green the whole way, this is going to be one of the most interesting races. As here comes Jonathan Parker down pit lane. It's Kyle Taub and Giovanni Klein still duking out as Klein clears now. As Ethan Wassermero also down pit lane as well. Same with Parker, like I mentioned before. So the top 2 come down pit lane. As Hunter Peach now is in the race lead. And he's coming down pit lane right now. Will Josh Allen follow suit? Doesn't look like he will. He's going to stay on an extra few laps. As Cole Snyder staying out as well. Hunter Peach in pit lane. Johnny Kite going to stay out. John Osborne going to stay out. Josh Adams, the first driver who pitted 22 laps to go. It's currently, once this cycle's out, he will be the race leader by a pretty big margin over Giovanni Klein. About 5 seconds is the gap between Klein and Adams. But will anyone take 2 tires? Either Monster Moreno does and Jonathan Parker does. So those 2 drivers on 2 tires. But even with that 2-tire strategy, they're way behind Giovanni Klein. So like I mentioned, this is going to be a crazy race to the ends here if this stays green, because this strategy is all over the place for everyone. As the top four have yet to pit: Josh Arnold, Cole Snyder, Donnie Kite, and John Osborne. And coming to 51 laps to go this time by. Looks like Josh Arnold coming in this time. As he spins out on the pit road entry, just like Nathan Lamont did, I believe. Actually, that was Zachary Meredith, excuse me. But Josh Arnold slides to pit lane. Not as bad, but still cost him a lot of time there, probably at least a second or two on pit lane. But Cole Snyder looking pretty low. He might be coming in this time by. Gotta make sure he's nice and clean on the pit road entry. Been a pretty trouble as sideways with the barrels. Very close there by 24 machine. As Donnie Kite stays out a few extra laps, he'll take the race lead. John Osborne in second now. As man, that pit road entry has been very sketchy for a lot of these drivers. Absolutely insanity right now. Coming down pit lane, slowing it down all the way to 45 miles per hour. Is Josh off of pit lane right now? As we'll see where everyone cycles out, but right now, Giovanni Klein, you gotta try to chase down Josh Adams. Like I mentioned before, Josh Adams, once this cycles out, he'll be in the race lead by a pretty big margin. As Donnie Kite's still out in front, maybe hoping for a late race caution here. As John Osborne right behind him. As he's looking to the outside for the race lead right now. Coming to lap 48 this time by. As side by side still, Osborne and Kite. And Osborne will take the race lead for the first time here tonight. Coming to 47 laps to go. As Jonathan Parker and Kyle Top side by side. Parker gets by for its 6th place spot. Up next is Nick Kapiak, who has 14 lap older tires compared to Jonathan Parker. But the top two have yet to pit so far, as Ethan Watson-Moreno gets around Kyle Top as well for 7. It is really hard to say who will have the advantage late in this race. But man, this is gonna be a good one here late at Iowa Speedway. As I mentioned, the top two have yet to pit so far. John Osborne, the leader. Donnie Kite in second. Josh Adams in third, who has pitted 31 laps to go. Giovanni Klein got to try to chase him down. He has about 11 lap fresher tires than Josh Adams. Both those drivers taking 4 fresh tires as well. Giovanni Klein still chasing down Josh Adams as Nick Kapiak getting passed by Jonathan Parker there for 5th place. And it looks like Jonathan Parker, he might have the advantage over Giovanni Klein as he's way quicker than that 5 machine out in 4th place. And so when will the top 2 come down pit lane? That's really the big question. They're really staying out as long as they can. As Ethan Watson-Moreno also getting around Nick Kapiak as well for that 6th place spot. John Osborne down pit lane here. Donnie Kite, the only driver that has yet to pit so far tonight. And before the race, we did a poll and we asked you guys who will we see a new winner tonight, and 100% said yes. So we'll see if that holds up for now. And right now it is, as Donnie Kite currently our race leader, but He still has to come down pit lane with 41 laps to go. And Josh Adams not too far behind. Devine Klein, Jonathan Parker, Ethan Fonseca all on the same straightaway. And this one is going to be interesting. Jonathan Parker and Ethan Fonseca are on 2 tires. Devine Klein and Josh Adams are on 4. So that's really the only difference between these drivers is Klein has about 11 lap older tires than Parker. I think it's only a matter of time before Jonathan Parker gets around Devine Klein here for this 3rd place spot. As there goes Parker to the inside line. As side by side for 3rd. As Josh Adams got around Donnie Kite there for the race lead. So Adams back out in front. But here comes Parker now to the bottom of the racetrack. Here coming to on 39 laps to go. Jonathan Parker side by side for the race lead for Josh Adams. Parker has way fresher tires than Josh Adams. And Parker gonna almost clear out before. Yes, he will. Parker goes back out in front with 38 laps to go here. And those fresher tires makes all the difference here. Big time here at Iowa. With 30 laps to go, Jonathan Parker gonna try to pull away from Ethan Fonseca, who's also behind Josh Adams, trying to make it to the inside line as well. A side by side 4 seconds here. As Moreno clears for 2nd. As Mark Kissler, currently 2nd in points, comes down pit lane. But right now it's out front. Jonathan Parker, Ethan Fonseca in 2nd, and Josh Adams in 3rd, Devine Klein in 4th. Goes about the racetrack, Hunter Sr. and Hunter Peach. Each has about 12 lap pressure tires than Senior, so he should be able to pull away from this one machine. But back out front, it's Jonathan Parker leads, Ethan Fonseca in 2nd, Josh Adams in 3rd. Devine Klein has way fresher tires than Adams. And Donnie Kite still staying out on the racetrack, has yet to pit. No way he can make it 100 and plus laps. Be 100 and about 20 or so. Pretty much impossible for him to do that. So he'll have to pit at some point. Maybe just praying for a caution right now to have a chance to have this race win. As there goes Donnie Kite finally down in the pit lane. We're on board with Giovanni Klein right now. Trying to get around Josh Adams here with 33 laps to go. Klein's still side by side with Adams, not able to clear quite yet. As they're still side by side down to turn 1, but Klein will clear for 3rd. And with 31 laps to go, Jonathan Parker now leads over Ethan Fonseca in 2nd, Devine Klein in 3rd, getting around Josh Adams right there. We'll do the other end and crank it up here with 30 laps to go here at Iowa. As we're back live here at Iowa Speedway, Jonathan Parker still our race leader here with 21 laps to go. As we'll take a quick rundown of the field so far here tonight and kind of their story. As Jonathan Parker qualifying in third, two-tire strategy there with 34 laps to go. Coming out pit lane with Ethan Moreno. Hasn't looked back since, made some great moves on Giovanni Klein, Josh Adams, and a few others, and moved himself up into the race lead. Jonathan Parker trying to go back-to-back and pick up his second win of the season. The defending champion currently leads the points right now as well. Ethan Moreno, he won the first opening round at Auto Club. Ever since then, he has been winless. Currently, he sits sits 19th in the points. This is his. He has one win this season and one stage win as well. This is his fourth race of the season here at Iowa. Giovanni Klein won both of the stages, stage 1 and stage 2. Tried to do a strategy call here, but looked like the two drivers out front just beat him to it pretty much. I mean, kind of came out of nowhere. I thought Giovanni Klein would be a front runner up here late, but looks like just kind of falling back to third place. But still a great point stay for that 5 machine. Currently sits 12th in the points. Definitely need this result here tonight. Nick Kapiak in fourth, qualified second. Had solid pace here tonight. Nothing too crazy, but just consistently in the top 5 right now as we have a side-by-side battle here for 5th place. Hunter Peach and Josh Adams. Adams causing the only caution of the night, being one driver spinning down through the grass as Peach moves himself in the top 5 over Josh Adams. Peach starting in 11th place, up 6 spots. Just mentioned Josh Adams spinning out on the grass, causing the first caution on lap 28, and the only caution so far here tonight. It's Kyle Taub up in 7th place. Hit pretty early there, 58 laps to go. Started 13th, he's up to 7th. Nathan Lamont as well pitted pretty early. He's up 7 positions. He started 15th here tonight. As behind them, Hunter Senior getting around. Zachary Meredith coming off a pit lane. Actually, he spun out possibly there. No caution there for that 17 machine. So we'll take a look what happened there. It's through the grass he goes. This is a replay here. Off of turn 4, just getting a bit loose. May have hit a bump there. Slid through the grass, spinning there on the infield. 360 it, and he keeps it going. No caution out for that 17 machine. As I think we kind of ran down our top 10 pretty much for the most part. But coming to 13 laps to go. Excuse me, coming to 13 and a half laps to go pretty much down the back straightaway Jonathan Parker goes. Took him a while to get his first win of the season. And if it stays green for now and looking at the lap times, he's going to go back to back. He's going to pick up a second one pretty quickly. Knock on wood, he'll be the only driver, or the second driver to win more than one race. The only other one is Steven Maggio here in the 51 machine. He's won 3 so far this season. He's only been in 4 races. So, but Parker's still the points leader coming into tonight. He'll still be the one points leader after tonight. One driver we have not really talked about, Mark Kissmiller, just struggled all race long. Hit 23 laps ago as well. Currently sits in 18th place. Currently second in the points. Not the night he wants here at Iowa. Hopefully he can rebound next week though. Maybe make something happen, but currently 2 laps down in 18th place. Not the night he wanted. Looking to next week at Kansas. Could be a very fun race at Kansas, I think, with the new NextGen update as Donnie Kite moves past Sam Wade. Donnie Kite on very fresh tires as well, so he can maybe make a charge and maybe make up a few positions as well. As Josh Adams, black flag down pit lane. As Adams speeding down pit lane, it looks like not getting it woe down in time. As things go bad to worse for Josh Adams. As wow. Unfortunate for him as Josh Arnold, Hunter Senior side by side. Hunter Senior for his 8th place spot. Arnold side by side through 1 and 2 to go. 10 laps to go in this one here in Iowa. As Arnold gets into 8th place there, is up ahead Nathan Lamont and Kyle Taub. Yuki now here. Taub has way first retires in Excuse me, Lehman has way faster tires than Top, actually. So Lehman gonna try and make himself go up to 6th place here. As the inside he goes, that 3 machine. Not able to do much there though. As through 3 and 4 they go. As they actually tied the outside wall there. As this is currently the closest battle we have on the racetrack here. 7 laps to go. As Nathan Lehman, they might give him the bumper. They're off of turn 2. Not quite, though. As down the back straight away. It's also Hunter Senior has joined the mix as well for those 2 drivers. They got on them pretty easily there. As caution flag flies, Zachary Merritt around on the front straightaway with 4 laps to go. It's going to be a green-white checker here at Iowa. And I thought Jonathan Parker would win this race for sure. But this changes everything now with 4 laps to go. Wow. As I'm sure some of these drivers might stay out here. As let's see what happened. Merritt went around earlier. Few laps to go and hits the wall there and not able to save, and hard lifting the outside wall there on the entry to turn 1. Around goes that 17 machine. As wow, it's gonna be green and white checkered here. Who's gonna bring it down pit lane as these tires have worn out big time? As that changes everything. Second caution of the night here on lap 145. As I'm sure someone will stay out here. Is Hunter Sr. staying out? I believe that was Hunter Sr. Excuse me, this is not. As actually no one will stay out here, but I'm expecting every single one of these drivers to take 2 tires here. Without a doubt. Who will be the fastest one off of pit lane, though? Parker was the first into pit lane. Will he be the first one out? Jack drops, and yes, he will. It's going to be Parker, Moreno, Klein, and Peach. The top 4. Happyak will be 5th. Senior 6th. Lehman 8th. Top 8th, excuse me. Lehman 7th. Full center 9th. That's the race off pit lane. In the meantime, we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back here at Iowa to watch this green-white checker finish under the lights.
At njbdesigns.com, we specialize in transforming your vehicle into a work of art by revolutionizing the way you see your car with the hottest trends in sim racing. Choose from a wide range of colors, textures, finishes to promote your business and sponsors.
As back here live at Iowa, about to go green. Jonathan Parker, Ethan Von Summerall on the front row. Pace truck is off. And into the restart zone they go. Green flag in the air as Parker gets a great start. Klein alongside Moreno. Side by side down for second. Into turn one. Klein and Moreno. It's going to be a drag race down to the back straightaway as Parker still leads out in front. But who will get into that second place spot and try to challenge that 48 machine? Comes to the white flag this time by Moreno. Sends it on the top side. He's side by side with Parker off of turn 4. They're going to make it to the white flag this time by, but Moreno gets too tight. Parker with a big gap now over second place. Side by side for second, Klein and Moreno. Parker now is trying to scoot away and try to pick up his second win of the season and go back to back here in the NAOR Cup Series. Here comes Moreno on the top side. Does he have the momentum over Parker? Not quite. Jonathan Parker, all for turn 4, will win here at Iowa and go back to back as well. As fireworks going off in the distance here on the back straightaway, as Jonathan Parker, rightfully so, wins here tonight. Didn't get pulled, didn't win any of the stages, but he dominated the second half of that race there. After those pit stops happened under green flag conditions. What a win for him as he does piece of wings victory lane there. As he does the Polish victory lap backwards here at the short track at Iowa. As we're going to take a quick break and we'll be right back here from Iowa and speak to our top 3 drivers as well.
At njbdesigns.com, we specialize in transforming your vehicle into a work of art by revolutionizing the way you see your car with the hottest trends in sim racing. Choose from a wide range of colors, textures, finishes to promote your business and sponsors in style. Whether you're looking to add a sleek matte finish, a flashy chrome accent, or a custom design that turns heads, our designers have you covered. If you want to stand out in the crowd, visit njbdesigns.com today and let our team of professionals transform your vision into reality.
As we're back live here at Iowa Speedway, going to go quickly over your race results as well before we get into the top 3 interviews. As your race runner here tonight, Jonathan Parker over Ethan Von Moreno, and then third, Giovanni Klein, fourth, Hunter Peach, Nick Hapiak in fifth, Hunter Sr. sixth, Kyle Todd seventh, Nathan Lamon in eighth, Bull Center ninth, and Josh Arnold round out our top 10. And 11th is John Osborne. 12th, Donnie Kite. Sam Wade, 13th. 14th, Maggio. 15th, Zachary Meredith. Chris Wright, 16th. Mark Kisuno, 17th. Josh Adams, 18th. Mike Campbell, 19th. And Cody Merkel will round out our 28 car field here tonight. And we're going to speak to our race winner here tonight of Jonathan Parker. We'll bring him into the booth here in a moment. Hello, Jonathan, you got a copy?
Yeah, I got a copy.
What a win for you here tonight. The green light checker late in that one. Talk us through your thoughts with 4 laps to go and you see that yellow flag come out.
I thought we were dead. I thought because it happens so much when I'm leading these races late. There's usually a caution. Sometimes it goes my way, and sometimes the restart doesn't. And Ethan had about an inch on me coming to the white on my right rear, but he just kind of he wasn't sure if it could stick. He got out of it a little bit, and that would let me just kind of have a easier last lap than what it could have been. But yeah, we had to come from behind because everyone took 2 under the first caution, or stayed out, or only took fuel, and I just kind of got jumbled up, and I was stuck back in the pack, and this dirt here is a lot tougher with this car now, and I just tried to stay calm and tried to maneuver, find clean air wherever I could, and um, it let me drive back up there, get around everybody, and put me in position to win.
Yeah, just talk us through that final or I guess your final green flag pit stop, I would say. The decision to take 2 tires, I mean, was it kind of obvious to you at that point and just trying to work your way through the field as well?
Yeah, I don't know how much it mattered in the end. I guess it would have depended if Ethan, because we were in the same call, so if he had also took 4, I'm not sure if it would have mattered. I mean, it would have made things a lot tighter, but I needed to get every inch I can get, especially since I was going for an overcut to try and get that tire offset to be in my advantage. Um, and from what I saw with Giovanni and a couple of them other boys, taking 2, it was clearly the move. It clearly had speed. I wasn't quite sure with the new tire model, so I was just like, let me just take 4. I assume most people take 4, and next thing I know, I'm coming out 7th for that restart, and I stayed there for a bunch of that run. So learned a lot there, and it was a lot of fun racing those guys out there. They were throwing everything they could at us, and it was a lot of fun.
Well, congrats on your win here tonight. And your win, I think, for tonight's win at Iowa.
I'd like to thank Lowe's Cobalt Tools and Mellow Yellow Coca-Cola Company, Jack Nelson, Earl Barbin, Crew Chief Spotter. I'd like to thank Ethan Fonseca Moreno. We bounce ideas off each other. We learn a lot off each other. And I also like to thank Christian Pacheco and Jaden Porter.
Well, congrats on your win here at Iowa. We'll see you next week at Kansas.
See you next week.
So Jonathan Parker, our race winner here tonight at Iowa. We'll bring in our 2nd place finisher. Actually, Marino is Ethan was Marino not in the booth, so we'll bring our 3rd place finisher of Giovanni Klein for now. Hello, Giovanni, you got a copy?
Yes, sir, I do.
So you win stage 1, win stage 2, just couldn't pull it off there at the ends. What could you have done differently maybe on your last green flag pit stop to maybe shake things up, and also on that final restart as well?
I think that last green flag I should have pitted a little bit later into the run, but I was seeing where Jonathan Parker and Ethan were running, and they passed the 2nd place car. It was like the only shot I'm gonna win this is because I took 2 tires that first stop, had to take 4 the next. I was like, I'm gonna have to take 4 because I know they're gonna take 2. So if I pit early enough, I can get a jump on them enough. And sadly, it's just they were fast, so it was hard to save the tires and keep them in bay.
Yeah, I still win both stages and bring it home to 3rd place. Overall, how you feel about tonight's run?
Tonight run was a great run. When you win both stages and finish 3rd, especially the season I've had, I missed the road course the last race we did, and the season where I run well first 2 stages and just never get the finish, and to finally close it out. Even though it wasn't a win, it was still a top 3, and that's a win in my book.
Yeah, still a great finish here tonight for you. And your win, I think, for tonight's good run here at Iowa?
I would love to. Cheesy Designs, my own designing company, and Pizza and Wings Gaming.
Well, congrats on your 3rd place here tonight. I will see you next week at Kansas.
Yes, sir.
So that was Giovanni Klein, our 3rd place finisher. Either of us are not in any of the voice chat, so we'll skip that interview here for now. But like I mentioned, next week we go to Kansas for the NAOR Cup Series, but some of the other tracks and race tracks and series we go to as well. Pin up on the LRN schedule. We have the Bonfire Racing League Sunday morning at Talladega, 9 p.m. or 9 a.m., 9:50 a.m. Eastern Time. Tuesday night, Legends Racing League N4 Series goes to Talladega as well at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. And Wednesday, the Superstar ARCA Cup Series goes to Iowa. We just went here just now at 8:15 p.m. Eastern Time for their Chase race number 3. And the Undisputed Cup Series goes to Kansas, which we go to there next week in New York as well. So back-to-back at Kansas next week, Thursday night and Friday night. So that should be a fun one. And we will see you guys then. Thank you guys for watching. And we'll see you next time on the Legends Racing Network.